motherfucking know.
Starting off with number 10, they're not in any particular order. This is Morgan, and this is
his little brother, Alex.
And we're going to be talking about our top 10 moments of Dragon Ball. And with number 10, with mine, I went with Gohan's journey home.
You mean Gohan's journey to not be a little girl?
Well, I mean, he was, fucking 4?
He was a crybaby.
He was tiny.
He cried about everything.
And yeah, that was because of
He did it for 4 seasons.
That was for Chi-Chi, mainly, because
Chi-Chi... he cried about everything.
He was emotional. He's half human.
He was a crybaby.
I understand.
Look, he had a Saiyan tail. He did not get to cry.
Yeah, but that's half. He should have had a half.
When Piccolo ripped that tail off, then it was okay for him to cry.
Yeah, I could tell. I mean, he did. He kept growing it back.
But he kept crying in between.
Yeah.
That was okay. But when he had the tail and he cried, I wanted to slap him and be like, shut up, dude. You're part monkey. You don't get to cry. You get to throw your crap at people and nobody can say anything.
Throw his crap. Shit, he could blow him up easily.
Either way.
Squash him.
Either way. I mean, it was a dangerous weapon that was coming out of his hand. He was either going to be pink eye or was he going to kill you?
He could make you crap. But I think this is one of my favorite episodes because this is where he learns that he doesn't have to rely on absolutely everyone. He just has to learn to cope with things, especially if he's going to be by himself.
Well, I mean, I agree with you on that, but because there were some aspects, during his training where he wasn't such a huge crybaby. He was still a crybaby, but I mean, still, it was just he was too whiny for me. Because I figured at least halfway dealing with Piccolo, he would have toughened up just a little bit more than what he did, a little bit faster. I mean, come on, Piccolo's like the most heartless trainer you got.
Piccolo's a hard ass.
It's like, I want to throw you into a mountain. You're going to like it, and you're going to get up and do it again.
Mm-hmm.
But
you're going to keep blowing it up.
But no, you're going to just keep crying. So I'm going to keep throwing you into the mountain until you get the point. And then the Saiyans got there and was like, oh, crap, you didn't get this point. Well, I guess you're going to cry some more.
Yeah, or you could go off at TFS and say that's more like a plateau. Because there was plateaus everywhere.
I see what you did there. Oh, you made a funny.
But yeah, I think it's nice with the whole robot thing. I think they should have brought him back at some point where Gohan, since that was an important moment in Gohan's life, with Gohan being so smart and having connections with the Capsule Corp, could have remade a body for him and just went and found where he was at, and that would have been awesome. And they would have had a whole new friend, and kind of like GT. I know a lot of people hate GT.
GT sucked. Let's just say it. Let's just be honest.
I do like the character design, not just because Akira Toriyama helped, but some of the shit did look really cool.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I did see mistakes, of course.
Oh,
Vegeta,
there's tons.
I did not like Vegeta.
Vegeta was a pansy, and he was not in it enough, and the majority of the time that he was in it, he was possessed by a parasite alien.
He was Baby, who was a baby.
Exactly. You go. Him and Gohan have a lot in common.
I understand the revenge thing, but I mean, come on, that's kind of BS. I think it's BS.
Well, I mean, I like the fact that Vegeta eventually took back over, but GT, in my personal opinion, was an abomination. I'm sorry if anybody liked it, but I mean, I personally thought it was an abomination.
I think that I didn't like it as much as the other stuff, but it Dragon Ball itself,
it didn't have the flair. I don't think
it didn't have a lot of flair. No, but there were some good moments for me here and there.
Well, like when they fought Sun Shenron and Ice Shenron, that was a good fight. That was an awesome fight. Yeah. When they fought Omega Shenron, that was a good one. But in all honesty, you had to watch that whole crappy series to get to that point. It's just like, you know what? Let's just skip 40 episodes. Let's just get to that.
The whole remake of Dragon Ball is pretty much what it was.
Yeah.
And especially the beginning, because all they were doing was finding the Dragon Balls.
It's like,
but it just
in
different
Dragon Ball,
planets.
we didn't have enough fire. We didn't have enough dragons. So let's just remake this.
Oh, they had enough fire with Fire Mountain.
Where's that flipping fan?
It got destroyed. Sorry.
Well, way to go. Way to go. That was the only
I'll
thing
just
that put out that
blow
fire.
it up. There goes your house. Whatever.
Oops, my bad. I accidentally burnt the fan.
Anyway, we're getting off track.
There's a track to this?
Yeah. What would your number 10 be? Even though it's not really a number 10, I guess.
My number 10 for me personally would be because it is in the storyline with Trunks when he finally goes back to the future after fighting Cell and everything, and they bring him back with the Dragon Balls. Like when he goes back and whoops the androids. And then, like, you know, he looks at
It wasn't
Cell,
on
and Cell's
air
like
very
all
long.
baffled and is like, "How do you know who I am?" And it's
What
like,
the fuck?
it's like, dude, I have a time travel machine. How do I not know who you are? I'm just shut up. You know what? You're stupid. I'm gonna kill you before you get any more powerful because I can already
Yeah.
kill you. So, and then he just, you know, beats the crap out of him, and he's like, "Well, you're done. Bye."
Yep, my timeline saved.
It's like,
Whatever.
not only did I kill the androids, but you know, I killed I killed Cell too. But I'm still an orphan because I don't have a daddy anymore. Well, now I'm back to my depression. Well, this was a short-lived happiness.
Oh well.
That's still one of my favorite. That'd be my number 10.
Yeah, just that. Even, I mean, it would be slightly off topic. Yeah, just the whole history of Trunks movie, or not movie. It's a special.
Yeah,
But,
it was from what I understood.
That whole thing I thought was okay. It was,
Well, they kind of thought about at one point, from what I understood, putting it in during the Cell saga, just so
I'm
you
sure
could
they
kind of
did.
get like a filler,
some sort of backstory.
you know, kind of like how they did with Garlic Jr. and the Spice Boys. It was kind of a
Yeah.
filler to get you through and everything, and they kind of thought about, you know,
I forget about that a lot, actually.
I did too, but like, you know, when they were sitting there, which that's actually in my top 10 favorite too, is one of the fights, but when they're sitting there and, you know, they're going through the training to get ready for the Cell games and stuff, they talked about when they were in the hyperbolic time chamber having Trunks have flashbacks, and that was going to be that 3-part episode and everything.
I'm
but-
sure
which
that would have been
I
really
think
cool
would have
too.
fit perfectly.
Yeah.
Actually, at that point, you know, Trunks in the hyperbolic time chamber going through hell, you know, fighting. Of course, you know, he's going to eventually hallucinate and stuff like that. And I think that would have been a great time to put it in there. But I did like the fact that they spun it off as like a little movie. You know,
Yeah,
like
I mean, it generated more sales too at the same time.
yeah. So
But,
I mean, I like that they did it that way, but I would have liked it probably a lot more if they would have put it in the series.
Oh heck yeah, because I mean, Trunks in general. I mean, he was one of my favorits back in the day.
Trunks was just a
but-
beast.
Yeah,
It's like, oh,
especially
hey.
when he went Super Saiyan, like the
Yeah.
hair, it just looked awesome. And
Well, when you think about it too, his was the only one that actually went that way. Everybody else was already straight up.
just straight up, pretty
Except,
much.
I mean, Gohan's at first wasn't, but you know, it eventually got there.
Yeah.
But Trunks was the only one that's like, I'll still have a part in the middle. What's
Yeah,
up?
he still looked badass with it too, even though he had a bowl cut.
Yeah. Well, you know what, man? Bowl cuts were in at that time.
Yeah, they
okay?
were. They were, and I know.
Just like the mullets were in the 80s, and if you look at Dragon Ball, at some point, again off topic, but look at Yamcha. He had
Yeah,
a mullet back
Yamcha
then. It was
pretty much
cool,
had a mullet,
okay?
yeah.
Mullets were the
and
thing.
Yamcha was a beast back then. Like
Yeah, and then
he was
Yamcha
awesome.
became Yamcha, and then like, we
Yeah.
just all started hating him.
Yeah.
It's like, shut up, Yamcha. You can't do nothing.
Definitely.
Tien was human. What was your excuse? Tien was still
He was kind of human. He's the only third eye human in the series.
because
and
he was bald and awesome.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not bald, but
He's
I mean,
opened his third eye.
if I was bald, I'd want to have a third eye there too. You know, take away from the fact I'm
Some
bald.
filler.
Yeah.
I have infinite forehead.
Hey, Chaozu wasn't bald. Take that little hat off. He had that one hair, man.
That one tiny little hair.
That
yeah.
one little curly Q. But I mean,
Mhm.
hey, it's more than Krillin.
Yeah, shit. He was whooping ass.
Which
Krillin,
I mean, of course,
the
I guess
original.
Krillin ended up growing hair. But you know what?
Yeah, he
That
kept
was
it.
'cause
He kept
18
it shaved.
That's because 18 scared the hair
Yeah,
out of him.
he got pussy whipped. That's what it was. But my number 9, I'd say that probably Piccolo's training in general during the series for, I guess, for Gohan, related, I guess, to number 10.
That was actually
But
that
the
was
training
my number 9
in
as well.
general,
And I love the fact that, you know, they found Goku's old. Well, they didn't find it, but Goku's old ship reactivated and
Yeah.
projected the moon.
Mhm.
And or no, that wasn't when they projected the moon. Piccolo blew up the moon, and then it came back later.
Yeah, and he was like, "What the fuck?"
He's like,
It's like, I
"Wait,
blew
I
that
blew
shit
you
up."
up."
It's
like-
like, "Are you mocking me?"
It's like, "Don't mock me!" Ah. Thank you, Team 4-Star.
But yeah, I think it deserves a part on the list, and
I mean, absolutely,
it's-
because that was actually.
that's what made Gohan Gohan.
Well, I mean, that was a part too that really started changing, I think, Piccolo for the storyline.
Yeah,
because you know,
yeah.
Piccolo was just like, you know, from Dragon Ball transitioned over
You
because
would never
right
think
where
that he
he
would
fought
train
with
somebody.
Goku against Raditz was literally not even a full, you know. Well, I guess it would have been probably because Gohan was like what 3 or 4.
Yeah,
he was 3.
He was young.
Yeah, he was 3 at that point. So it'd been like 3 years after the World Tournament and everything. So, you know, Piccolo was still pretty bitter that he got beat. He still wanted to kill Goku, so
Yeah.
I liked it because
I was amazed he even said, "Hey, let's team up."
Yeah,
Because this nigga's he's
it's
gonna
like,
kill
it's
us.
like this dude's got long hair. We're gonna need some help. I got you.
His hair's
man.
longer than yours. He's stronger.
Yeah, and he still has the monkey tail, so he can throw crap at us.
Yes.
So, and I don't want pink eye again, man. I just got over that. So
But yeah.
let's do this.
Just that training in general. I loved how it really shaped Gohan throughout this entire thing, and I felt it just deserved a spot on the list. What would your your 9 be?
My number 9 would probably be actually it's another Piccolo thing actually.
Piccolo's a hard ass. He's awesome.
Well, my number 9 would have been Piccolo's training, but not where he was with Gohan when he was training and him and Kami actually fused together, and he goes down there and beats the living crap out of Cell.
Yeah, that was beast.
Like, because even in Cell's second form, I mean, Piccolo, lost to him and everything, but he still contended with him for a little bit. Like, he didn't go just straight down.
Yeah.
Unlike a certain Saiyan Prince of ours that when he went perfect form got knocked out with one hit.
Definitely. I mean, I think he's trained better in fighting in general.
I think, honestly, when Piccolo started slowing down and he wasn't one of the strongest Z fighters anymore, it kind of broke my heart because he always was able to somewhat contend with the Saiyans until they hit their next levels, and then he'd hit the next level, and then they're like jumping ahead of him.
He's he still keeps at it pretty well to where he stays in fights.
Like, he
and that's his fighting style. Like,
it's just like, I know I'm gonna lose, but I'm gonna at least fight.
Fuck yeah, like he's good at it.
We're the only other two Z fighters besides the Saiyans that did that. Krillin, okay, I guess I'll do this. Bam, knocked out.
Yeah.
Yamcha.
Every time, I always used to think like.
I mean, you just say the word Yamcha and it just automatically puts in your head, well, ran away.
Dead.
Yeah. It's like, well, you're dead.
Yeah.
You died dead.
But
like, you're Yamcha.
Every time, like even in the World's Strongest, where he forgot his name. Was the main doctor, the brain?
Dr. Gero.
No, that's who made 17 and 18.
Yeah. Wait, are you talking about
the World's Strongest movie?
Oh yeah, okay.
Whenever he's up in the sky and he's about to do the big blast, and Goku's charging up his spirit bomb.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
When he's in the gigantic robot suit.
Yeah,
and everything.
He's getting pissed off, and whatnot, because he got blasted away. Krillin's like, I can do this too, and like, I thought he was gonna have a moment, and he just got swatted away.
For that one moment, I was like, oh, Krillin's about to be epic. Krillin's about to be epic. Oh, Krillin just got pwned.
So after I seen that and watching the series, I watched the series first after a while, and then I noticed that there were movies out. This was when I was young.
Yeah, because we're so old now.
Yeah. Once I seen that part where Krillin he got smacked away, I was like, well, Krillin's not going to amount to shit anymore. This sucks. Because I thought Krillin was kind of a cool character with his comedic style and shit all the time.
And his destructo disc, like I thought his destructo disc, when he finally got that, I was like, oh, he's about to just start whooping people.
He could have killed everybody.
And then like all of a sudden everybody can just, it's like, Vegeta's like, Nappa, don't touch it.
Yeah.
And then he's just, that was like, oh, cuts that mountain in half, and then they get to Planet Namek and everybody's just like, get that out of here. It's like, get that out of here.
And I love the part in TFS, though, and their Team 4-Star, where they were doing that
Team
part.
4-Star, how you've made so many nights full of laughter and joy.
Just how they played Nappa was just brilliant. I loved it. It was so funny. And he said that it was a trick. He said, tricks are for kids, Vegeta. So I was like, yes. So epic. Just spot on. I loved it.
I am an adult. I am an adult.
But I'd say number 8, I'd say Goku's Super Saiyan transformation. His original, the first one.
I mean, that's got to be in everybody's top 10.
Got to be somewhere.
I mean, it does. If it's not, then you better give me a transformation that's better than that. Otherwise, I'm going to probably slap you away like Krillin got slapped.
I like that it wasn't prolonged as much as the other ones were, but I think it could have been prolonged a little bit. Because he transformed very quickly. He got really mad, and then all of a sudden
his was still not the fastest transformation.
Yeah.
That's actually one of my final 3. And we'll get to it though.
But yeah, I feel like definitely no doubt that it needs to be on the list. Mm-hmm. And I feel that it's hard to word. It's just such an epic moment.
Well, I mean, think about it. Like, our hero, who has been so, in most of his fights, yes, he gets serious, but he's still so playful and full of joy like a child, because, he's got a heart of a child.
Yeah, definitely.
All of a sudden, actually feels and experiences his first real agonizing, tormenting pain, seeing his best friend that he grew up with get blown up to little bitty bits by this guy.
Gone.
And, he's sitting here, just think about it. Running through his head, for me in that situation, to be like, if that had happened to you, sitting there and be like, oh, my big brother just got blown up. That would just destroy me. So I'd sit there and think about it like this, like, okay, I couldn't stop this. I need a way to stop this guy. And then all of a sudden, like, harnessing that emotion and that explosion of power, and then Frieza's like, oh my god, what did I do? He's like, oh, I just messed up.
I done fucked up. But that got me thinking. It just popped in my head. With Krillin being blown up to tiny bits, and you see them raining down.
I'm not gonna lie, though, I would have laughed if Gohan went Super Saiyan at that point, too.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Like, holy crap, now there's 2 of them. Whoa, man.
it got me thinking, with the newest movie out, he wasn't going to be able to return Frieza without
Without a body.
without a body to come to. And he's like, that's okay, just give me the pieces. So thinking back on that, they had to add that rule apparently.
Well, I mean, think about it too, because think how many times Goku came back without a body.
Yeah.
Yamcha came back without a body. Krillin came back when they got back to Earth and used the Namekian dragon.
That may be the difference.
That might have been. It might be new rules.
I mean, Yamcha, he didn't straight up explode. He kind of just died. You seen him curled up in the little crater.
Yeah.
And so he had a body still.
Chaozu blew up though.
Yeah, Chaozu blew up.
But Chaozu came back.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but again, that was also the Namekian dragon, which I noticed too with the original Shenron before Piccolo died. Even in Dragon Ball, I never saw any limits on what he could do.
Yeah.
With the Namekian one, never saw any at all limits on what he could do because he could bring him back as many times as they wanted to come back. Now with the one Dende made,
there was limits.
And I guess it's just because Dende sucked.
It may be because Dende's younger.
He sucked.
He may have not been able to think that kind of stuff through
because he sucked.
I mean, the job was kind of just thrown on him. Okay, so I kind of understand, but
there's nothing ever just thrown on a Namekian. They know. They know. I mean, they'll play like they don't.
He's not gonna...
Don't let that tentacle bald head fool you. Those pointy ears let you know a lot more. Think about it. Piccolo always knew everything. Mm-hmm. Why? Because he had pointy ears and he could have super hearing.
Yeah, I mean...
Superman ain't got crap on him.
Namekians can immediately see what is going down on Earth. Like, they're...
Point made.
It's way above the stratosphere, pretty much.
It was just Dende was lazy and he sucked at his job.
They didn't know what to do. Mr. Popo.
I'm just saying, Kami, look at him. Kami made a sacrifice. He fused back with Piccolo. They whooped Cell for a little while until Cell got even stronger. Well, then, we all know what happened there. What didn't they do? Oh, wait, I'll heal you. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, it's cool. I'm back.
It was iffy.
And every season afterwards that Dende was in, he didn't do jack crap about nothing.
And I mean, in the Battle of Gods, he healed Videl and then found out she was pregnant.
Yeah. And even if she didn't really even need that much healing.
She already knew she was pregnant.
Yeah, he was just like, Videl, I know.
Just
like,
shut up.
It's just like, shut up, you green bald cucumber.
You do nothing.
You do nothing. You do nothing. Don't start now.
So, what would your 8 be?
My number 8, personally, would be Nappa getting killed. And everybody I've told it to, there's like, what? This is why. In every anime, every TV show, movie, everything I've ever watched, the guy that is most cocky, thinks he's just all hard stuff, always gets killed by his partner.
Pretty much.
I love the irony to it because Vegeta's like,
it shows how ravaged Vegeta could be too.
Right, and it was sitting there, and Nappa's just like, Vegeta, help me up, and he's just like, you're a disgrace. You're gone.
I lift you up.
You raised me up. So, I mean, I'm just saying, because also, too, that was another point to where we had a big turn in Goku when he was just like, oh man, I've really got to step up my game to be able to contend. And that's when you really saw Vegeta's not only ruthlessness, but his dedication to his race as we are the pride, we are the proud, we are the strongest. Mm-hmm. If you screw up, you deserve death. It's like he was a straight up Spartan. That's what Vegeta is, a straight up Spartan.
I think I read something about like he kind of based them on Spartans.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
I could see the resemblance
because Spartans never gave up, they never surrendered, and they were happy to die. Nappa was just like, don't let me die, basically.
If they knew their babies were weak or defected at all, they'd just throw them out.
Yeah, they'd send them off into space. The weak would die. Just like they did with Goku. And, well, that whole thing just backfired on them because Goku became the strongest.
He is, yeah.
I mean, look at that hair.
Mm-hmm.
You know how much mousse that would take to be able to do that?
Or dirtiness.
Well...
He was a dirty kid, so it kind of just stayed that way.
Dirtiness made him stronger, okay? Built up antibodies, immune system. Yep. Can't touch that. Boom, 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 boom. Can't touch me.
Makes you jump higher.
Makes you jump higher, and eventually you can ride a cloud.
So, my number 7, I guess, would have to be... Majin Vegeta and him sacrificing.
You stole one of mine.
With him sacrificing himself, I mean, it's one of the best, definitely.
For me personally, it was not just the emotion, but the speech he gave. You know, it's like, Bulma, I do this for you, I do this for Trunks, and yes, even you, Kakarot.
Yeah.
Because when he got to the other side, he was like, why did I do that for that stupid son of a...
I'm still in hell. Damn it.
I sacrificed myself and I'm still going to hell. Why did I even contribute that to Goku? But I mean, it was just like, because that, like with Piccolo, was a huge turning point for Vegeta. It's like, okay, now I'm the strongest, so he thought, because you know we find out later Goku was actually hiding Super Saiyan 3 from him, but he was like, now I'm the strongest.
That had to piss him off so bad.
It did. Remember, because he was just like, you hid that from me in our battle, and he almost started crying.
Yeah.
Actually, I think he did shed a couple tears. He may not have. I'm not swearing to it because I haven't seen that episode in a long time. But I mean, you know, that really hurt his pride. But you know,
definitely.
But at that point, he sacrificed everything like a Spartan would.
Mm-hmm.
When I think of Vegeta, I'm just like, Leonidas ain't got crap on you, dude.
Fuck yeah, like
just
Vegeta,
because you can shoot out huge gigantic energy explosions. If Leonidas could do that, oh yeah, no, you'd be in trouble. But you know, Leonidas can't. So he's got a spear though.
Yeah.
And he did cut a God King's face. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. They both have their epic moments.
But
And it was
Vegeta,
Gerard Butler too. So I mean, you really can't mess with that.
Gerard Butler is Vegeta.
Gerard Butler is the living human version of Vegeta. There we go. You're welcome, world.
That would be awesome. I love this moment though, because with being under the control of Majin, Babidi has complete and utter control of you. Whatever he says, you have to do. But whenever he told him to do something, he straight up said no, and he completely refused it.
Well, yeah, because remember what he says to Goku? He goes, I did it all on a lie, Kakarot.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, he did it for the extra power boost.
Yep, that's all it was.
With no mind control. I'm just saying, that screams Prince. I'm a prince. You're not controlling me.
And it's funny, because he's not a prince anymore.
Oh, he is.
He is a king.
Yeah, you're right, because King Vegeta is...
He is dead.
He died dead.
But out of respect to his own father, he always called himself Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Which I can understand, especially with the way the Saiyans are.
That and he was never officially crowned.
Yeah, definitely. I know there's some people I've met where they say Vegeta is a king. According to power level, that would be Goku.
You know what? We can't really clarify that.
At least at this moment.
At this moment in the series we're talking about, yes.
Because, I mean, Goku still has Kaioken, obviously, with Dragon Ball Super.
You know how much Kaioken helped him in the first time him and Vegeta fought? Not crap.
Well, it helped. Apparently, it helped him a lot in Super. Because he went Super.
Yeah, because he was Super Saiyan Kaioken. That's like saying, hey.
It's Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken.
You know what? That's like sitting here.
Ridiculous.
That's like sitting there saying, though, hey, here's a fly. Let's put him in a field full of 1,000 bug zappers, and I bet you he doesn't die.
Mm-hmm.
That's just bull crap, man. You're pulling technicalities out. Shut your mouth. You know what? You're off this.
Your mouth.
Your mouth.
With a
Shut
PH.
your mouth with a PH. Yeah. Just like in fat. You can't change the word fat. I don't care what you say.
Fat doesn't mean cool.
Means you need to go to the gym.
Even the way it was
like
even the way it was animated, like just they made just the animation itself made the moment so much more epic.
And the thing I liked about it is because, you know, they kind of gave him like an idolism. We've seen so many people run out of energy throughout the whole, you know, Dragon Ball Z Universe series. And
I see a lot of that in freaking Hunter x Hunter.
Right, and they just die. Vegeta literally used every ounce of his soul and spirit
energy and regular
and
chi.
his regular energy and his chi. I almost said chakra. We're not talking about Naruto here, but that's also a good series, but we're not talking about it right now. And he was a statue.
Yeah, it turned to stone.
And I loved it because it's like, yeah, all of you can use up your energy and just die. He turns to a statue. They're going to remember him. What they going to do for you? See, look, they ain't even got to chisel his statue.
What's
it's
his
already
name?
there.
He deburrowed himself. He spat on himself.
Deborah can't get me. I've already done it.
So, what's your 7?
You know what? My 7 is right here.
And I'm not talking behind you.
Oh, well, that's your 6, by the way.
That's directly behind you.
We'll get it right. My number 7 would definitely have to be, for me, when Goku goes Super Saiyan 3. And it's just like, I'm so sorry, you know, he tells him at the end after he changes, so sorry that took so long, but he's like, let me break it down for you. This is how a Saiyan works. This is a normal Saiyan. This is a Super Saiyan. This is Super Saiyan 2. And then it's just like, even people in Otherworld are feeling it. It's like, and this is to go a level beyond.
Yeah, this is what
then,
it
like,
means to go beyond.
From like from a full-blown, the full form of his ape down to him to a teenager to a kid to a baby to an infant just spinning around, and then it blows up and he's a Super Saiyan 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for me, I love the flair, I love the dramatics, I love the long screams when they're powering up. I wish they didn't take 5 episodes, but it builds, you know, I like the dramatic part to it, and the fact that everybody's just like,
it's pretty prolonged for that one.
Yeah,
definitely.
Well, when you think about it, that was like his 2nd time, I think.
I'm sure
they kind of mention it. They don't really touch on it, but they hint towards it that's the 2nd time he ever did it.
Yeah, because I mean, he had to know that he's done it, like that he has it.
Yeah.
So he's like, and this is what it is.
At least once, because you know,
yeah, at
King
least
Kai even
once.
said he's over there. He completed his training early, and he's just sitting there meditating.
Yeah,
The weights are
So
next to him, and it's just like
I'm sure that
it's like,
he's
oh
already done
snap,
it before.
he learned something.
But
He
I'm pretty-
learned something.
With me, like me trying to do voice acting stuff and whatnot, I catch a lot of stuff now that I didn't catch before. And during that scene specifically, I heard constant overlaps of the same scream.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
And I'm pretty
It was
sure
like
that's
a 15-minute
probably.
long screen.
I'm pretty sure that's where one of the scenes where Sean Schimmel actually passed out in the booth trying to do that.
Probably.
Because I've heard
Oh,
him.
Sean,
I've
you and
s-
your screams.
Yeah, dude. It's ridiculous. I've heard plenty of stories where people pass out just because they, especially with Dragon Ball Z, they have to scream so long and so loud.
Yeah, and I mean, think
And-
about how much they're pushing on their diaphragm and stuff.
Sometimes they'll have to redo the scream because it didn't sound right. And
Or it didn't
It's-
match up with the mouth.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just ridiculous. So I'm pretty sure I'm sure that's where Sean Schimmel had passed out. I don't know if Chris Sabat ever passed out. I don't remember him ever saying anything about it, but I know Sean did because he specifically said something about it.
Yeah, it's like, man, all those years I got an aneurysm from sitting here screaming at Goku.
But yeah, I could see that. That I think that's actually on my list somewhere. If not, it's probably something to do with Gohan. Say it outright. Gohan is definitely one of my favorites.
Well, I mean, yeah.
He's I would say
I don't like what they did with him later.
1 to 1.5
You know, like
of
bringing
my
him
favorite.
down. You know, like he went from being basically Goku's like, okay, well, he's gonna take over now that I'm gone, and then
He was
they kinda
supposed
dumbed him
to at
down.
Cell Saga.
Yeah, but
Goku
then,
was
when the
supposed to
Buu
stay
saga come
dead.
On, he was still very powerful. You know, Vegeta even said he was stronger as a kid, and then they unlocked his potential, and it's so powerful.
They did that like 7 times.
Yeah. Let's see. Guru does it.
hmm
Then they do it. Elder Kai does it, and then there was another time they did it. There was 3
Yeah.
times that they do it all
And
together.
he pretty much does it himself too, or Cell technically does it.
Yeah, it, like makes him snap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes him snap and
But
kills.
it's just
16.
like, dude, either figure out how to do it or hang up the pants.
So pretty much that's where Akira Toriyama told or was going to either end the series or have Gohan take over, and Goku was just going to be dead. But so much love was for Goku because I mean,
Yeah.
Dragon Ball was all about him. So
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
all
and
about
think about
Goku.
it, for up until the Cell games, it was all about Goku still really
Mhm.
being the hero. You know, but I did like how they emphasized Goku saying, "I'm not always going to be around to save everybody."
Exactly.
You know, and
that's
I
why
get that.
he chose to stay dead for how long he did.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want to be the one that everyone goes to no matter what. He wants others to be able to protect
everybody
themselves
else
as well.
to hit their peak and go above it and get new potentials and new limits and then beat those. And he wanted everybody to keep striving to get stronger instead of it all being on him all the time because he wasn't
I
going
could
to be
see that.
around forever.
I could definitely see that. My top or my number 6, I guess, would be when Gohan actually explains flight to Videl,
Really?
because I feel like somewhere in that series that it should have been explained somehow. They didn't just straight up just know how to do it.
Sure they did.
They had to train.
Piccolo was green with pointy ears and, you know,
I mean, he
antenna.
taught himself, so he had to
No,
train.
Piccolo just knew how to do it. He was born doing it. He came out the egg flying like, you know what, screw
Gravity.
traffic. You know what, screw your traffic, screw your
Mhm.
gravity, screw your laws of physics. I'm flying. Peace out. And then everybody else was like, you know what, I'm going to catch him. And they got to running so fast, bam, that's what happened. They're
Mhm.
like ducks. You know, they just start running fast enough, wind picks up underneath their feet, bam, they're gone.
I mean, I can understand how.
Think about the series, how many times you see them get a running start and flying. See?
Yeah,
Point man.
there was, especially in the earlier ones, they
Oh, yeah.
actually take like 3-4 steps maybe.
You know, it was so funny because at the end of Dragon Ball, Krillin couldn't fly, and then just out of nowhere, he can fly. It's just like, it's like, when does smell you learn to
Jesus.
fly? It's all that
Yeah.
hot air he's full of is what it is.
Yeah, he could probably just ride his Destructo disc.
Probably.
I
You know, he
could see
doesn't
that.
really destroy anything anymore.